In this extra hour, we will solve some questions about the last homework. Also, if you ask me some other questions, we can solve some other questions also. So firstly, you wanted me to solve some things about the previous homework. This is the first question from first question. If I remember well, this is the number G from the first one. The first question, second, third, fourth, they are all same. They are all same. So in this one, the idea is if there's a function given like in this form, as you see in here, given in this form, so there are some changing. If you change the results, if you add or subtract a number to the results, that means you move the graph up and down. You move the graph up and down. So if you change this main function like this, if you affect the x, if you add or subtract the number to the x, that means you are going to change the x values. You move it left or right, left or right. You change the x numbers. Understood? Yeah? Okay. Now firstly, in here, you can do any one as the first one. Firstly, let's do this one. We will do it in two steps. Firstly, we will think like, firstly, we change this function with -2. Now here we have the new function. Here we have the new function. In this new function, we will do another changing, which is for x, we will change x as +3 and -2. So in first step, when we have -2, what does it mean? It means move the main function 2 square down. So to make it happen in here, I will draw this graph by using these lines, because right now I cannot move this blue one. That's why I will start to draw from there. Here we have a point, here we have another, and here is the last point. I hope that. Okay, now let's clean this extra part. Okay. Also, let's paint this one with another color so you may see it easily. Now here we have the graph. This is the main graph. Firstly, -2 means move it 2 squares down. Firstly, let's write here some numbers. Let's say -1, -2. So I will move it 2 squares down. -1, -2. Now here we made this step. Here we have the new function, which is moved 2 squares down. Right now we are going to change it with +3, which means if you add +3 to the x, if you add plus number to the x, you move it to the left side. You move it to the left side. Opposite. In vertical, as you can understand, which is if you add a number up, subtract down, but in here it works opposite. It's working opposite. Right now we add +3, which means we are going to move it to the left side 3 times to the left side. So let's say here we have the numbers. Let me change this one. So it says that this point is -3. So there can be -1, -2, and -3. We will move this red one, which is right now it is the graph of y is equal to f of x -2. We will move it 1, 2, 3 squares to the left. Then right now the graph we have right now, it should be over there. Right now the graph we have, this red one shows us the graph of y is equal to f of x +3, then -2. Finished. Okay? So how can you do it in your notebook? How can you do it in your notebook? In your notebook you cannot move it. If you do it in your notebook, you cannot move it like this. So here we have the idea. Firstly, let's keep it there. And let's write with another color so you may see how it happened. So from the main graph, which points are given? Starting, ending points, also changing points. Look at that. Each changing point is given as numbers. Okay? So in your notebook, when you do that, firstly you must understand this process. -2, which means 2 down, then +3 means 3 left. 2 down, 3 left. Here we have the point 5 and 2. We will move it 2 down, then it will be 3, 2 down. The y number will be, no, the y number is 2. When we move it 2 down, it should be somewhere here, 0. So what's the mistake in this question? the new graph should be. Did I do a mistake? When you move it to down, x number, y number. Let me think a bit. Perhaps, I mean, let's remember it back. It was in here. Firstly, we move it 1, 2 down. So, the problem is in here, which is, look at that. The distance for 2 in the graph is something like this, but for me, the distance which I made is less than given. Less than given. So, that's why it's not so working. Let's try to make it a bit more down, then which it may work. So 2 down means that left arm will move somewhere here. 2 down means. Then 3 left means here it should be somewhere here. Also must touch there. Right now the graph should be very good. Now 2 down, you will move this point 2 down, which is on y, you will have 0. Then 3 left on x, you will be number 2 and 0. Number 2 and 0. Here for this point, you will move it 2 down, which is minus 2. Then 3 left, minus 3. Minus 3 and minus 2. You will put the point in here. Then here, when you move it 2 down, minus 1. Then 3 left, it will be minus 6. Minus 6 and minus 1, I had told, I think. So you will do the same process. I mean, DR. Sorry about that. I used your name. It will appear in video. I am sorry. I am very sorry about that. So you will. Okay. You will do this process for each point. So here we have the number 6. You will move this point 2 down and 3 left. It will be somewhere here. So 2 down in y, which means it will be 4. And 3 left in here, it will be minus 7 and minus 4. You will put these points on your notebooks, or on your paper. So when you draw this one to paper, look at that, to this paper. So you will have here squares. It will be very easy for you to move them. Understood?
Do we have to write the coordinates if we do?
Which coordinates?
Like
this one. You do it like.
For the new one.
I mean, you don't have to write here the numbers like minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. I can count the squares.
I know I teachers, but please do the first.
This one, 0 and 0. It is important for you to write. I mean, if you write it, it will be easier for you to solve the question. Did you get the idea about this one? Is it okay? Now, I will do it in another page. Let's do that. Let's prepare some things which I can show you better. So this one doesn't look very well. Then let's go back one. Let's move this one over there so you will see it better. Or the other one. Let's throw the other one in there. So in the second question, let's do another thing from the second question. In this part, here I had plus, now I will choose the minus 1. I will choose the minus 1. Okay? I will choose this one.
After we finish this, can we do a question about the previous homework?
Yes. Okay. So this is going to be the last one. Firstly, I will draw the main graph over there. The first point is minus 4, 5, minus 2, 2. Let's not forget them.
Minus 4.
Minus 1, 2, 3, 4, and in here 2, 4, and 5 here. Then minus 2 and 2 I think was in there. Minus 2 and 2 was in there. Then plus 2 and 2, plus 3 minus 2. Okay. Plus 2 and plus 3 minus 2. Okay. Firstly, let's draw the lines in here. I think was like this. It will be again yellow. Let's change the color then. Okay, now here we have the square, so it will be easier for us to discuss it or to solve it. Let's make them a bit darker for you to see it better on screen. Now, in this question, so there are some simpler ones in previous part, so these are the hardest ones about these ones. So to have this one, what does it mean? Firstly, plus 2. Plus 2 means you are not adding it to the x, you are adding it to the function, which means 2 up. Minus 3, you are affecting the x. So minus 3 means you move it 3, 3 to right. Now here we have each point. What will I do? 2 up, 3 right. 2 up, 3 right. Here I have the new point. 2 up, 3 right. Here I have the new point. 2 up, 1, 2, 3 right. 2 up, 3 right. Then connect them. Something very easy, okay? Now, the harder part about this question, is for each of them, for the first and second. Look at that. For the first and second question, I gave you the thing. For the given graph in previous question, for this graph, draw y is equal to minus f of x and y is equal to f of minus x. Minus f of x, f of minus x. So we have the same question in the fourth one. We have the same question in the fourth one. So in the fourth one, we will do, I wanted to draw y is equal to minus f of x, also y is equal to f of minus x. I wanted to draw these graphs. Okay. In here, in the main question, we have xy ordered pairs. Here we have xy ordered pairs. So when we have y is equal to minus f of x, which means you are affecting the y values, the results. You are not affecting the x. So x values will be the same. What will happen to y values? In front of each value, you will put minus. Here, we are affecting the x values. So y values will be the same. We affect the x. We make it minus x. So each x will be minus x. Firstly, let's draw this one with purple. This one with purple. So x numbers, the x number will be the same. The y number in here is minus 2. The y number, I will make it plus 2. The x number will be the same. I will be in this column. So the y number in here, positive 2, I will make it minus 2. X number will be the same. Y number is positive 2, I will make it negative 2. Here the x number will stay same. The y number, it was plus 5. Remember that from the question. I will make it minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and minus 5. Now we can draw the new graph. Finished. Something actually very simple. Let's do the other one with the red, or let's choose another red, the shiny red, so you will not mix with the main function. Here we will change the x numbers. We will change sign of the x numbers. Here we have, we will not change the y number. We will not change the y number. The x number right now, if we have, which is plus 3, we will make it minus 3. The x number in this point, is plus 2, we will make it minus 2. The x number in this point is minus 2, we will make it, I did it wrong. I told minus 2, I put it to the minus 1. I made a mistake. I was surprised about that. Okay. Then for this point, the x number is minus 2, I will make it positive 2. For this point, the x number is minus 3 or 4. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So I will make it positive 4. After that, you will connect these points. Okay? So, what ridiculous? Ridiculous? Is it? It's not so, look at that. Right now, the figure is reflected with y-axis. Symmetric with y-axis. You just turn it by looking y-axis. You just turn it. Okay? This is the first part. I want to, before your question, we still have some time, I want to solve one more about the last two questions. Just one thing, okay? After that, I will take your question. Because they are wants to hear about this. Second mistake. What? You will be able to watch the video in YouTube if you go to my YouTube account. Now the last two questions are same. I only changed the graphs and the numbers. Let's do for this one. In this one, do we have the squares? I think we have the squares as far as I see. We cannot fix the squares because I. Okay, it's visible for you. Now let's take some questions from here about this one. Now, let's take all of them, but we solve not all, just one perhaps, or two. Firstly, look at that. In the first two of them, look, try to see the idea. The number is written before the f of x. The number is written before the f of x. First two of them, that means we are not affecting the x value. The given function, the graph of the function is y is equal to f of x. So this is the main function. In the main function, you don't affect the x values. You are changing y values. That means the x numbers will be same. We will look for new y numbers. We will look for new y numbers. In these two, look at that. We are changing the x value. We are affecting it. There was single x, we made it 3x. There was single x, we made it x over 2. That means y numbers will be same and we will find new x numbers. Understood the idea? Okay. Now, let's do for this one in red color. Let's do it for this one. The x number will be same. We will look for new y number. The x number will be same. The y number will be 3 times f of x. 3 times 0, 0. Here, the x number, which is 0, will be same. 3 times 4, 12, will be up there somewhere. Let's say. I don't have the place right now, but when you do the homework, you will have the 12. I hope that you can draw it well. Let's say up there. Did you understand the idea? Here, we have the x number 3, the y number 3 times minus 2. Minus 6 will be down there somewhere here, minus 6. Then x number will be same, y number 3 times 0, 0. After that, up there will be 12. So you will connect 12 with this, then the latest will be like this. Understood the idea? Now,
Should we,
hmm,
teacher, should we connect them by finding the first one, the first value?
I don't understand.
I think.
You will find each new point. You will find each new point. I mean, actually, uh, we do the process for every point. For example, here we have a point. Actually, we do the same process for this point. For example, the x value is 2, the y value is 0. So actually when you draw it, it should pass through from here because 3 times 0 will be 0. So there will be a similar point in here. Look at that. Here we have a point. The x value is 1, y value is 2. So there will be 3 times 2, 6. 2, 4, 6. So when you draw this line, it will pass through from this point also. Actually, we can do the same process for every point. Every point. Actually, we must do for every single point on the graph. But to make it easy for us, we do that process which is multiplying by 3. We do it for the changing points, starting, changing, and ending. So if you find those clear points, so when you draw the lines, those lines will satisfy for all the points. Understood the idea?
Propõe de três anos.
Pois o triângulo está zero, me viene white.
Ceva domane. Dash I didn't change the pika, çıktı. Dash ne bize smijani ze pora mi anladı.
Teacher, when it's xing, we should
Dash
do
puna me
3
pot
times 0. Kur është xing me po 3 herë shtria. Po dhe 3 herë.
Is it good right now? Everything fits right now. I will show you how. I hope that I can be able to do that. Good? Not good?
Minus
Okay, guys. Now remember the points. It was minus 6, minus 2, minus 4, and minus 6 was in here. There was 0. So here I need to find 12. So this is the point. Now I will show you the 12. So 0 will be same. 3 times 4 will be 12. So here we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I hope that I found the very perfect point. Now I will draw the line by using mouse because it's harder with smartboards.
Teacher,
Pen.
now teacher, when you draw
Look
the
at
line,
that.
how
Uh,
can you know from which point to go the first to draw?
sorry. Wait a second. First, let me finish this one. Doesn't matter. You can start from here also. Here doesn't matter. Just connect the points. So in the order, this is the new point for the first. This is the new point for the second. This is new point for the third. This is the new point for the last. Now everybody, see that? See that? It cuts from here also. Look at that. When x is 1, y number is 2. What is the new y number? 3 times 2? 6. Let's find it. 2, 4, 6. Do you see that? It cuts it all exactly at the number 6. So actually, I mean, we must do the same process for every number, every point, but making it for these clear points, that's enough for us. That's enough for us. So when we draw the line, it will satisfy for the other points. Now let's do one from this one also. So the people who listens this one, they can get the idea of the other one also. So I will complete the teaching in here. Look at that. Here for this one, we are going to keep the y number same. We are going to keep the y number same. We will arrange the new x numbers. We will arrange the new x numbers. Let's do it for this one. Okay? So inside the parentheses, the x number must be minus 3. To make it minus 3, instead of x, which number should you put? Minus 6 over 2. Here, inside the parentheses, the x number should be minus 3. Which number do we need? Which number do we need? Minus 6. Remember that the idea from the lesson time, I have written each point like this. I have written each point. F of 0, 4. F of 3, minus 2. Then f of 6 equal to 0. Then I wrote on the right side, I told that we are going to keep the y number same. I wrote on the right side f x over 2. So which number over 2 gives us the number 3? First x number, minus 6. Which number over 2 gives us 0? The second number, here, 0 again. Then here, which number do we need? Ah, sorry about that. Did I do a mistake? No, okay. For this one, to get the result, minus 2. To get the result, minus 2, this x number should be 3, 6. I think I am, yes, in the same, okay. Now, for the last one, to have the result 0, instead of x, I must put the number 12. I must put the number 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 10, 11, 12. So it will be here. So when you draw the new one, this is going to be the graph of y is equal to f of x over 2. Did you get the idea? So, so you can, I mean, right now, for this moment, did you understand the process which I made? Okay, let's do it once again. Let's do it once again then. So I will clean them all. Let's clean. Also, last one time I will do last one time. So when you do it in the homework, when you do it at home by yourself, we are affecting the x values, so y will be same. You will write each point. Firstly, you will write each point. F of minus 3, f of 0, when x is 0, result 4. When x is 3, when x is 3, the result minus 2. When x is 6, 0. So these are y values. From the notebook, you can remember it back. Then you will write here y is equal to f of x over 2. So we are looking for x values. We are looking for x values. Something over 2 must be here, and that thing should be 3. Because we will keep 0 same. We will keep 0 same. Y numbers will be same. So inside the parentheses, I must have minus 3. To have minus 3, instead of x, I must put minus 6. X is, x is, x is, oh, so this is older x number, this is older x number, this is new x number for the new function. Okay, x number, y number, the point minus 6 and 0. For the second one, to have 0, it should be 0 over 2. New x number, y number. In x, 0, in y, 4. Now for this, to have 3 in there, it should be plus 6 over 2. New x number, result. New x number, result, minus 2. So this 12. To have here, new x number will be 12. So when you have f of 12 over 2, it will be f of 6. F of 6 also is equal to 0. That means instead of x, you will put 12, and the result, which is for y, will be 0. The point, x12, y0. x12, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. X is 12, y number, the y number is 0. I think 2, 4, okay. We made the last point, and after that we connect them all. Where was that? This is, yes, horizontally you stretch, horizontally bigger, okay? Now, you can listen these things back when you go home, like after 1 hour, because when I went home, I will put them over there, okay? So if you want to listen them back before the quiz, before the second exam, you can do it as many as you like. Now, yeah. Okay. Now everybody. Yes. Hmm? Huh. It will take time. 4:30. We don't have too much. Now everybody. He wanted some questions from here.
But can I see?
You can see it from there.
Okay.
First question.
No teacher from this, from the previous. Yeah.
From.
Teacher, some of them.
So let's do it like this. One question you tell, after you, she will tell. Okay?
Okay.
Now choose a question from here. If you want, I can move down.
Okay. I did well.
12. Question number 12. So we have fx, gx. We are looking for this. A very good question. Very easy question. I hope that. I don't remember. The idea is very easy, but I hope that the solution is also very easy. The idea is very easy. Okay, guys. Now here we have the question. And here we have the rules. Rules and the question. Okay, let me remind you this firstly. So, the idea is, inside the first, you write the next. Inside this one, you write. No, firstly, I must find f of 0. Firstly, I must find f of 0. Let's do that in here. the rule of f says that 3 times x plus 5 over x plus 1, which is, okay? Here we have the number 5 right now. The step to find g5. Find g of 5. Do you understand this step? Because instead of this, I mean, I can write equal, blah, 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 blah. Will take time. It will take time. Now we must find g5. In the rule of g, we will replace 5. 5 over, what's that? Over 4. So what will happen? This part is 7 over 4. Inside the f, I must find f of 7 over 4, which is, let's do that over there, or somewhere back in here, because I will need place to calculate. F of 7 over 4. So 3 times 7 over 4 plus 5. Then 7 over 4 plus 1. So remember that I must have same denominator. Over 1 times 4. Over 1 times 4. Understood? Here the first part will be 3 times 7, 21. 4 times 5, 20 over 4. Here the lower part, 7 plus 4 times 1, 4. Then the denominator will be 4 also. Understood? Till here. 4 times 1, 4. 7 plus 4. The denominators must be same. Is there? So let me. Okay, inshallah. Now, remember the idea which I have given you in the class. So we keep the upper one same. We keep the upper one same.
41 over 4 times 4.
This 4 will move numerator place. 7 plus 4, which is going to be 11 in here. Then 4 and 4 will simplify each other. At the end, it will be equal to 41 over 11. I hope that you understood the idea. Okay. Now let me check something else. Then she will choose a question right now. Will you choose it from homework? Do you want me to open it? Let's choose one from homework. Because the things which I did in class, let's choose something from homework, because the things which I chose, which I did in the class, you have the solutions of them. Yes, do you want, what do you want? Find the domain. Same question. Then classify whether the function even or odd. Okay, these are. Okay, which one do you want me to solve? Which one? Can you see? You can come closer. 21. This one. What? 21st is true. I mean, it's the true way. In extra hour, you choose the questions. I don't. Mostly you choose the questions. The thing which I did in the previous part, it was to have a very nice video. Normally, I don't choose the questions in extra hour. So in here, she wanted this question over there. But I think I wrote it, yes, with math type. X power 7 for x. After 12 o'clock. In Saturday there will be chemistry exam here. I hope that, I guess that it may finish like 12 or 12:30. After 12:30 till 2 o'clock, I will stay in here. Or come here like 11:30. Come here like 11:30. If we finish, or if we start earlier. Now everybody, we are looking for is this function even or odd? We are looking for is this function even or odd? Remember the idea. We check f of minus x. Into each x, we replace minus x inside the parentheses. We replace minus x inside the parentheses. After that, calculation part, minus power 7 minus, then x power 7 will be there. Then plus 4 times minus x will be minus 4x. Right now, we finished the things which we can, the calculations which we can, the normal calculations, the normal process. And it is not same with the first one. That's why in this step, we can tell that it is not even. After that, after that, firstly let me finish. Then, okay. In this step, we saw that it is not same with the first function. After this step, we try to take minus parentheses of everything. We take the minus out from everything, then we write whatever remains. It was minus x power 7, there will be x power 7. If the minus goes out, here I need to write plus. Because when I open the parentheses back, they should be same things. Because I write there they are equal. So minus times x power 7 minus x power 7 minus times plus 4x minus times plus 4x will be minus 4x. So right now the things you see in here, look at that. Are they same with the previous, with the first one? First, so we say that it is an odd function. It is an odd function.
Anati first even, then how we do that Ketinye.
Can we do from first inversion?
X7. I have here. Skip. Now everybody, see the last question. Okay. Everybody, see that. Try to see that the last question. We have same thing, just also over 3. We have the same things also over 3. Okay. See that. We have the same function like f of x is equal to x power 7 plus 4x over, we also have x cubed. Now I will try f of minus x firstly. Let's try f of minus x. It will be minus x power 7 minus plus 4 times minus x. Then here we will have minus x cubed. When you take the calculations, minus x power 7 minus 4x minus times x cubed. So in this kind of things, remember the. So right now it is not same with the first one. So right now it is not same with the first one. It is not same. Normally we try to take minus parentheses. Remember that if we have a negative number like 3 over 4, this minus can be in front of only numerator, or this minus can be or may be in front of only denominator. Okay? Look at that. But if we have the minus in front of each of them, actually it is positive 3 over 4, which means minus over minus will be plus. Understood? For this kind of cases, for rational cases, firstly, to take minus parentheses of everything, you must take minus parentheses of one part. Because minus parentheses of one part. If it is in one part, so you can put it inside the rational expression. Anyway, in this one, look at that. The lower part, also the upper part, both of them not same. So if I take this minus, put it in front of it, it will again not be same. If I take these two minuses, put it over there, there will be denominator which is making it false. Look at that, the idea. Remember the things which I have told in the class for a few questions. Do you see something interesting in this question? Do you see something interesting? Everything is in terms of minus. So look at that. If I multiply everything by minus 1, what will happen? Minus 1 times minus x power 7 will be x power 7 plus. I don't show the plus in here. Minus 1 times minus 4x will be minus 1 times minus x cubed. Is it same with the first one? So we say that it is even.
Teacher,
Okay.
can we do just one more question with inverse of the function?
What?
Because we have one question with inverse.
Inverse. Did somebody knock the door? Yes? Do you want to join or do you want to go? Okay. Can you? I will put a video about this. When you go home after 1 hour, if you really want to watch also this part, you can see it there. Okay? Bye bye. What did you tell? One about inverse.
With the
Do we
inverse.
have time? Yes, we have time.
Teacher, what? Because we don't have.
Is there inverse? Right now we have domain.
Example, por descritinje, which that we use per part of our
Teacher, if it is
Proscritinje
positive,
kan
the
we
result,
just
it is even or odd.
What?
Full positive and asla
So, let me tell you.
Aman drieën, dat je zegt, dus dat gewoon een meer.
Now, listen. Listen me please. Listen me please. Now, all of you, listen me please. So, they will give us a function, f of x. There will be things in here. They will give us a function. So, you will check for f of minus x. If you find same things, exactly same things, we call even. But if you find same things but minus of same things, we will tell it odd. So the idea is f of minus x, if they are all same, that means it is equal to f of x itself with the given rule. If it is same with the given rule, exactly same, even. When you take minus parentheses, if it is same, after you take minus parentheses, if it is same, it is odd. Sometimes, even if you take minus parentheses, the things remains in here, the things which remains inside the parentheses, they will not be same with the first one. For that cases, we will say that it is not even, also it is not odd function. We cannot make the group with that idea. Okay guys, now let's choose a question from here. Do you want to choose the question?
22.
22.
I think 23 it is. 23.
23 is something different, but if you want, you can.
I want.
Okay, 23, but okay, all in one picture, very good for me to put it in here. All in one picture. So now everybody, in this kind of things, look at that. Minus, we have the inverse. We have the inverse. So that means firstly we must find the rule of this part, then the inverse. F composite G means inside the F you write G of x. Inside the rule of F, G of x is equal to 3x, which is equal to 3x minus 1 over 4. Now, if we take inverse of this rule, do you want me to go with the idea, with the rule, or general? Which one do you like? With the rule.
I want to understand it.
Okay. The rule says that ax plus b, cx plus d. You change a and d, the a will move down. It will be cx, not plus, also minus a. You change their places and their signs. Okay? Now here we have, instead of the cx, place the cx, we had nothing. So we can write there 0x plus 4. Okay? This is positive 4. So 3 will move down as minus 3. And this positive 4 will move up as minus 4. Then the rest, we have x and minus 4. And here we have 0x, but we don't need to write it. Finished.
Teacher,
What?
Can we do it just like that?
Yes.
Instead of the formula with a and then.
Yes, you can do it for this kind of cases.
But teacher, I know,
What?
Or
but
teacher Freya, can you repeat
zero
one more
x
time?
x go to 4x.
X var.
Oh, foi mulher do Kenny, ela understand it.
This one will move up. So here we have 4. 4 moves up, minus 4. 3 comes down, minus 3.
Gabriel, I think that 4 is 1, teacher, because the rule is x minus 1. This is x.
No.
Oh, but
This is
we
the...
get X.
Firstly, I found the rule of F composite G. Firstly, I found the rule of F composite G. This is the rule of F composite G. Now I'm taking inverse of it. I'm trying to make the inverse of it. This is not inverse of F. This is not inverse of F. This is inverse of composition.
But teacher, I wanted to say that 3x minus 4 over 4, I think that 4 is wrong. I think.
Should be 1 there. Yes. Sorry about that. That's my mistake. I am sorry. Let's make it correct for the people. So there was in the rule minus 1. We must keep it as minus 1. We must keep it as minus 1. Sorry about that.
I was trying to tell.
Oh, it's so late in the day, 5 o'clock, perhaps. Is it okay? Right now you have 10 minutes. Let's thank you for listening. Let's